Hi guys!
My name is Rajuno
Aya, also known as MC Bakara.
I have 3 children.
Eke Aya, Emmanuel Aya.
On this channel, we'll be talking about
relationship,
marriage, and parenting.
Our shows will be on live every Sunday.
I would like you to subscribe to this YouTube channel.
Turn on your notification bell so you will be the first to always get our videos whenever we post. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ayas!
The Ayas are back once again, and guess what?
It's our 5th year marriage anniversary. Make some noise! Whoa! 5 years, 5.
It's not easy.
With this woman.
This man, very annoying.
It's not easy.
And we've been friends for 5 years.
Yeah.
And now we've been married for 5 years.
So we have been illegal for 5 years. We're now legal for another 5 years.
It's not illegal. We're friends. We're dating.
We're cutting.
It's not illegal. Why are you saying illegal?
No.
You would have been illegal if I stayed staying in your house and giving birth to children.
Wow.
That's when it's not illegal.
You have a point.
I have to get to know you if I'll be able to go.
And you got to know me for 5 years. If you're not a wicked man.
Was I supposed to ask the man?
No, 5 years.
Okay.
It's God that help you. If not, Anyway, okay. So guys, for today, for tonight, our show is going to take a different turn because we will be highlighting our 10 years journey and of course 5 years in marriage, everything that you need to know. So
about us.
Yeah, and then how we have been able to manage ourselves in this period, because I'm a very difficult person that you might not know, and then Raju is a King Kong. Is there anything like Queen Kong? Because she's even more difficult.
Rolling my eyes.
Than you. Somebody said, your wife looks very cool. I'm like, whoa, wow.
But I'm very cool. Yeah. I look cool.
Yeah.
It's just once in a while, as a human being,
a lot of us think she's cool, but somebody outside there some days ago would never believe that she's cool. If you are new in this channel, what do they do?
Please subscribe to the YouTube channel and click the notification bell so that you can always get notified when we make a post of something new.
Stay glued, don't leave this channel because we are taking you back to 2010.
How did you meet? Well, how I met you was I was staying in his uncle's compound. Like, we're renting a place in his uncle's compound, and most times he comes to visit with his parents, with his people. That was how I knew him then.
Smally.
How did we meet? As I did we meet officially? But anyway, that's how I started seeing him coming to visit, and I did not like him. It was so annoying.
Yeah, okay, why did you like me?
The reason why I didn't like you was because, number one, almost everybody liked you.
Is that not witchcraft?
And me, I don't know. I don't like where the where the majority is not where I am. That's one. And then 2, I felt like he was always clowning. He was always playing, joking a lot. I'm a very serious person. I don't like this. No, I don't like. So how did you meet me? When was the first time? When did you meet? When did you notice me?
Okay, I think that should be in 2000. I think that's 9 or so.
You can't say it was 2009 because before
this time. It was 2007, Abi.
Yeah, before this time, you would always try to come around to talk to me and all that, and I was still going back to the boarding house.
Yeah, I think it was about 6, 7.
I was still going back to the boarding house.
What year were you in sister?
Please, I don't know. I was still going back to the boarding house, and there was a time when you're like, you would like to come and visit me in school, and I said, no, please don't come. I literally begged, no, don't come. There was a wedding, we took a picture. You came to snap with me. That was way before.
I came to snap with you. In my uncle's wedding, Uncle Aya's wedding, I came to snap with you. Wow, Tiwa savage. So I didn't see anybody to snap with. Abi, you came to snap with me.
Hey!
Me snap with you. I don't even understand. What are you talking about?
Me?
No, why are you looking at this side?
You had a cousin. His name is Ivasi. He was the person that I really used to even greet, hello, hi, and I think I was passing. I was among the train. I was passing and they were snapping. And the cousin greeted and I greeted. I was not talking to him yet though. Then I say, come on, now before you know, he held me.
Wow.
He put his hand around me and I removed his hand from my body twice.
Wow.
I'll never forget. And he say, who me? It's like, did I even know you?
Okay, because you see, I just remember something. So when the question comes, I'll answer this question. I will remind you of this thing you said now. I'll remind you. I hope you remember the first day you kissed me.
I remember the first day I kissed you now.
So hold on.
Yeah, I remember.
It's okay.
I remember.
It's okay. It's okay. There's no need for this argument. We can't start fighting on
We have to fight. We have to fight because
All
the history has to be set straight.
Who made the first move?
It's you now.
Okay.
Why are you laughing?
No, I'm just laughing now.
What was the first impression about your partner?
Okay, you go first.
Raju, while growing up, used to be very tough woman, very stubborn. It was a challenge to me, So I wanted to break that yoke of stubbornness. I wanted to destroy it. So my first impression about I saw a tough woman. I saw someone that has the ability to withstand pressure. So even at that tender age, I knew what she was all about and what she's going to be in the future because I saw her future. So so that was the first impression I got about her, and I was excited that I took that step of faith to just push on and try to convince her to be my girlfriend, then now my wife and my mother.
First impression I had about my partner was that he's a clown. And then I felt like because he was handsome, he was good looking. But if you see those throwback pictures now, you will laugh. He looked horrible. But in that eye, then he was handsome, and of course he came from a comfortable home. Father had money or has money, and he's smooth with words, and also I felt like the way he carried himself, because girls were always doing all those rubbish. So he just had this feeling that Baba too sure, boy is too fresh, sweet boy, like any girl I want, he wants, I must. So that one alone. So when he came around, I was being all playful and clownish. So first impression was, this guy is not a serious person, so I don't want anybody like this around me.
At that age.
That was the first impression.
At that age.
First impression. Well, thank God I changed my mind at some point.
God, when know they sleep.
So that's about it.
What was the one thing you liked the most about your partner?
Let me go first. I like the fact that he was a really loving person. I've seen the way he treats people around him and the way he treats people that are even, down. I see how he has compassion for humans, people around, always wanting to give, even if it's last, just to make the other person comfortable. And I really like that about him. Because if you treat people that are not really close to you, you don't have anything to do with, and you treat them this way, then if you say you love me, you would never treat me less. You would really, because of the link we have, the bond we share, you would always treat me well. So that was like a short thing.
I still do that in she's the first daughter, and then somehow at least I saw them growing up. So I've always seen a mother, and then a leader. I know some of our friends are going to see this now, but even you, all her friends are watching this, she always has the final say. So Raju is always, I saw a leader in her, anyway, even if you put her, even when we were in Calabar, they put her in women group, as small as she will be the smallest mother in that group, but she will be the one talking more. They will take her decision, so she's always a leader, and I love the fact that she could stand her grounds on whatever she wants. She does that even until with me too. Like if she wants this, if she doesn't get that, then nothing is going to happen. But these days, I mean, she could compromise a bit with me. But
I'm getting mature. I'm growing.
So, but I like the fact that she knows what she wants, and she's always very precise. And that thing she wants, she always gets it. So that was the kind of person, that's the kind of support system I needed for myself.
Ow.
How was the experience while dating?
It was a tug of war. This man, she almost, in fact, they should sue her for domestic violence.
Wow.
This man broke my hand. I mean, it was crazy. Our experience was
Useful
really,
exuberance in his life.
no, you too. Not
Mostly
even,
him.
mostly, but like 70, then 30.
Let's say 85.
Wow. That's
85.
That means I had A.
You had A. You had
A good
prominent A.
A good
Big.
A. Yeah.
It was bittersweet. Dating was bittersweet, and I don't know. I feel like yours is yours, no matter how the situation turns around. Because I'm not going to sit down here and pretend that dating was so sweet. It wasn't. It wasn't. I know how many times I made up my mind that, oh, this is it. Like I'm going to get up from here and I'm gone.
Going away, man.
Forever.
Going
You
away.
know, it was just a mixture. We're growing together.
Yeah.
We're
And of
learning.
course, you're quite a young person,
I was
person.
younger, yeah.
Yeah, so-
We're learning together, and you know, and I was at the point in my life. He was my first boyfriend. He was my first.
You were my last girlfriend. So you see, life is like this, you know.
He was my first boyfriend, and I really had to learn a lot of things with him. I didn't really know anything about dating, about relationships, you know. So he was the one I tried. Trial and error. You learned. Oh, this was just it for me. So, what was your experience?
About that time was, when I became very popular in Calabar in school then. So I was the ladies guy, and I mean, so it was looking like the competition was just out of this world, you know. All the girls then wanted me, and then there was this young girl. So, you know, she keep getting bad reports, and then sometimes she comes visiting, she has to sing with somebody.
Sometimes I would even have confrontations.
Yeah, you know. But but like I said, trust Raju now. She will still stand her ground, you know. So yeah, but it was a wonderful experience for me. We had to use that 5 years to go to this school that we don't want to graduate again from, you know, for the next 600 years. So, so it was a wonderful experience for me. Very, very beautiful one. And though we don't want to have some of those memories again, but I mean, it's just a process, and it was fun.
Process, yeah.
Was there any breaks during your dating period?
I've broken up 600 times.
multiple breaks. No,
600 breaks.
And no, I think we had just one major break.
There was one major break, but in between them, we just had some, you know.
These ones were not breakup per breakup. It was even the major breakup wasn't even a breakup.
It was
Yeah.
to me,
Yeah.
and I guess to you too. It was. Do you know that during this, there was once we had like a major break, and then there was this girl that was always trying to like buy her way in with money because she had money, so she wanted to buy her way into my husband's life.
I hope she's not watching. Please don't watch.
You need to watch, nigga.
I'll block you from this post.
She wanted to buy her way with money, you know, and so during this major break, of course, she was supposed to have her space to like come in now and take over because of course, you know, no more here. You know, but I ran into one of his, I think more than one of his neighbors, and they were like, Raju, what's happening? Come and see MC now. What's wrong? Please come and see MC before MC will die. MC is looking funny. MC doesn't want to shave his hair. MC has left his hair, his beard. He just wants to shave. MC is looking somehow. Please come and see MC. MC is not doing so fine. No. And I said, no, I'm not going to come because, I used to be the owner of Pride. You know what Pride is? Before, when I was in the old, I used to be the owner. Like, they sewed jacket of pride I used to wear, but I burnt it ever since. I'm not like that, but as at that point I actually felt we're done in my mind. I didn't know that we're going to come back together, but it was a moment that we both felt, and I really missed him those times. I love my husband though, but hey God, pride. I can pretend like I'd rather die than let him know the depth of my feelings, but before now.
Okay. Thank you, Jesus.
Were your friends and family support you during this period?
Friends, yes. Not really. Okay, like my friends, they didn't really like her because she was saucy. She doesn't smile. It's not that she started laughing though.
Oh my God.
Like she's always frowning, and you'll be wondering what's wrong with this girl. Everywhere we go to, why is she frowning? But I realized that she wasn't just frowning. She's just a shy person. So she marks, that shyness with, giving you that strong look, so you don't even come close to her. So but now at least you can see what I've done to her. She can smile. She's a beautiful person. So friends, from her end, I think her friends really liked me. I love them. Everybody normally now, Bakara now.
You're Mr. Jovial now.
So everybody wants to come around and laugh and all of that.
Yeah.
Then family too. We didn't even have any. Our family is just really.
My in-laws are wonderful people. Right from when we were dating, there was even a time when he was very sick, and his father came. I was in the house. I came to, be with him, and when the father came, I ran. I left the room to his neighbor's room because I didn't want him to see us together, because of course he knows my parents, like they come around. So I felt like, as at this point where we didn't know we'll be here, plus now small picking sense. So I ran and left him alone. Entered my neighbor's because father, hey God, and when he came into the room to check his son and everything, after everything, he now smiled mischievously and asked his son, "Where is she?" I saw her. So he saw me peeping through the window, and he knew that I was around. So when he asked, like, "Where is she? Where she did?" I said, "I don't know, she has gone out." He just laughed. That till today he has never mentioned that day to me. Like he's so cool. And for my own parents, I felt they didn't know, because African home now. What are you carrying? The first time my husband entered my house,
You want to go and do introduction, Abi? You always say
the first time. So I felt like they didn't know about both of us, but now I realized that they knew.
Yeah, I mean they knew.
They knew, they knew, but code.
Let's just allow them live their life.
Concerning marriage, who proposed?
There was no proposal.
But I did now.
No.
Who proposed?
You didn't propose. You went and told yes, you went. That day I came around. Was I sleeping or what? But you woke me up from sleep, and then we sat up and we were just talking, and then you asked me a question. You told me that I think that was like the end of the year. We're getting into a new year, and then you're like, from this new year, that you want to give me new experiences. I remember these things. So you must have forgotten, but I can't. You're like, you want to give me new experiences, and you want to be like, you've been doing your best, but you want to be better. You want to be a better man than you have been to me. Like you spoke, and it was touching, but I just felt like, okay, we are getting into a point of our relationship where we're going to be like, serious, more serious and more committed, and maybe you wanted to now make more efforts to be, I don't know.
So at what point did we talk about marriage? Because
we did not talk about marriage. The marriage came when you came to my house.
No, let me hold on now. Hold on. All right. I told you that very day, it was in December, I said to you, would you, if I am ready for marriage now, because I knew you were quite young, are you ready? And you said yes.
I really can't remember that.
Yeah, you
Because
said
the girl
yes.
can never forget her proposal.
No, it was,
no matter how.
because it was not proposal.
Women are they lie.
No,
Proposal. Now when they watch, comment.
No, proposal is when you are. What people call proposal is somebody kneeling down to give you a ring. That's what it's called, proposal. So that's what you will not forget. But I didn't. It wasn't that dramatic or official. I did that. I can remember. I just don't want to give the details of what happened, but I remember that very well. So, but saying proposal, I think I did now. I did, of course.
How did you cope with the whole process of getting married?
Well, normally anxiety would always be there. You would always
so
worry.
Traumas and all of that.
You would always worry that this is not getting right. You're not getting this one well and all that. Other than that, we didn't really.
There was no problem for us.
There was no problem because we did our wedding on the budget.
Yeah.
We were careful.
Yeah.
I didn't do all this ashwabi, all those things. I didn't have to stress myself. I just gave people color. Look for this color.
Put on stuff.
Yeah,
We're just
that's
interested.
fine. So,
after we, went through the whole traditional rites, we did a small traditional marriage. But since I'm popular there in Calabar, we just looked for one of the biggest hall that could take up to say
1,000 people
and above. And then we had that capacity which was filled inside and outside. And then we didn't stress ourselves so much. We are always very proud to say that we finished the whole wedding process without owing anybody. Yeah. Then we went back home with almost nothing.
How was the first year of marriage?
I can't forget that first year. Because as soon as I married this woman, she became a lion or a lioness. But she should be Lionel Messi.
How you say I became a lion? I didn't become a lion.
No. Our first year was
our first year of marriage was it was somehow trying.
Very trying.
It was somehow trying. Plus, we're now having I don't know if it's about us or about people because we don't really have external pressure as such from close family, but outside us, they're always trying to look at my tummy, your belly, all those things.
She taking in and all of
those
that.
Anxiety of
want to get
pregnant. Everything was just
but like that first year too, after dating and now we are now in one house, so there's a whole lot of disagreement, even from religion, from prayer pattern to different things.
We just had to
disagree,
had to align,
and all of that. So it wasn't too.
And at some point, it was so funny because when we have like a disagreement, my husband, Mr. Formality. My husband is the kind of person that he likes to trash issues very well. So he doesn't want anybody to assume it is okay, or like we are done, or we are fine. No, he wants you to sit down and we'll have to talk about it and make sure that from everybody's point of view you understand where this one is coming from. Like you must finish that meeting. You must finish that meeting on a good note completely. So it helped because at some point then you're like, who can talk? Lecturer. But it helped us, And
that's why we are here today.
It was
What was the experience like during the period of pregnancy and delivery?
Is it pregnancies? Is it all the pregnancy or because me I knew I was going for antenatal. Like sometimes when she's tired, she will send me to go for antenatal. I'll go and jog and
pregnancy was cool. My husband is the only child, and so having a baby coming on the way was really exciting. It was really exciting for him, for his people. It was cool. The expectancy, the excitement, and all that. Every day, my husband must greet his baby in the womb. That first pregnancy, he was not really around for the second pregnancy, but the first one, he will greet the womb, greet me. Pray for the womb, pray for me. He was just, he was a really cool man. Like he was really supportive.
Okay, that.
Guess what? There was a car I was using when I after wedding, after the marriage, he gave me a car, and the car I was using was now beginning to develop some faults. When I'm trying to drive up a hill, to be crawling, and then the AC decide the day he wants to come on. You know, so when I started antenatal, my husband was like, no, my wife, how you can be driving kind of car on the road, AC will stop and all. So he was so bored that, you know what my husband did? I'll never forget. I always remember that this is the kind of man I have. He used the money in his whole life to buy me a new car. Clean. His whole life. When I'm talking whole life, because there are people that even before we got married, I always know what he has in his account. He's always open and all that. So when he was about getting this car, I was so bored that I said, how are we going to cope? This is basically everything we have. Please don't buy it. We'll manage. Because I was scared of being like empty. And I was schooling then, so I was not even supporting him financially. So how are we supposed to do this? If he sells this car, how will we do it? You know, but he was like, leave it, don't worry. Rugged, don't worry, something will come up. And he used his last cash to buy me a car that was new with good AC and everything, just because he didn't want his wife to suffer. And I'll never forget that labor of love, because he touched me a whole lot.
Touched your face.
How do you cope with the fact that your husband is an entertainer and has to be out there all the time?
Okay, first of all, before now, the responsibility of children and came into the picture, we were entertaining together. We're working together. So I am also a part of the entertainment industry. I'm in the field with him. So I understand how it works. I understand the inner workings of the industry. So I know better when it has to do with these kind of things. I know how it works. So it doesn't bother me because I understand. I know that it has to be out there. There are times when we go out and I get so tired. And it's like, we can't leave because see what is happening and this is how it is. Sometimes we stay out long hours, late hours, working. So when he goes out there, I know how it is. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
How do you deal with the female attention he gets?
It comes with it's like a package deal. You cannot have a fine guy making people laugh and girls, I don't understand though. How does this make sense? Make it make sense to me, because I don't know why girls are attracted to people that are, I don't know. But how I cope with it is that I know that it is to be expected and I just ignore. And I also know my husband and I know the way he relates with people. Apart from the fact that he's an entertainer, naturally he knows how to drag, like people just get attracted to him, men, women, they just love being around him.
Don't use men.
They just love his company, he's bubbly, he's very lively, so I have to understand.
Not MC lively, just lively.
So I have to understand that this is his, first of all, personality, even before the line his work. I understand, so it's not an issue. But I can smell trouble from a mile away. And when I see anything that looks like trouble, I speak on time. I'm like, this person, I don't trust her. Be careful. That's it. And
what's the experience like being parents?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I've always been a father to too many people. While growing up, from my university days, I had a whole lot of people living with me back then. So I've always had this experience of, that fatherliness experience. Like I'm always there for people. So then, of course, I used to call Raju my first child because, at some point, I had to take her as my baby. So when she started bringing forth her own baby, I'm now a master degree holder in parenting. So it wasn't something out of the ordinary. It wasn't too new for me. apart from the fact that these children can just pollute anyhow, mess around, vomit on you. But apart from that, so I was just living with mature children. So apart from all of that, I'm cool with their noise. They can cry for nothing. I'm just cool with all of those. Those things, actually make me happy. And then, as a father now, especially for kids, they don't understand. So he also, puts me, on my toes. I need to work extra hard to make sure that every time whatever they need is made available for them. So as parents, the experience has been wonderful. I really enjoyed everything. In fact, if not because of the way this economy is going, I wanted to drop one again this year, but let's see what next year brings for us.
Are you happy with the intimacy you both share?
Sometimes we used to. Do you know that? Sometimes we are so close that there was once I was saying, I used to crack jokes with my friend that, I'll be so close to my wife till I'll tell her something that I'm not supposed to tell her. Yes, we are too close that I could just mass boy. You see this girl when I see. I've forgotten that I'm talking to my wife.
He's always doing that.
So, our intimacy is out of this world. Like, Raju is just a mirror of me. Like, she knows me in and out. I know her in and out. So we are very close that we are too free with ourselves. And since me, I'm the Bakadupe, so it's risky on my own part because it's me that will cast one day, but God render the sleep.
Do you feel the same way you felt for your partner at the beginning of the relationship?
The way I felt for my partner before now was like, let me say 60% of love. And now, the way I feel for my partner is like, let's say, 200% of love. So it has tripled. It has grown so much. It's not the same in any way. For me, not the same in any way at all.
Yeah.
So I don't know about you.
I'll add my own 220 so that there is some level of advancement. I mean, we don't every other day. We keep loving ourselves even better. So my answer would be I even feel different. I love Raju even more in 2020 than 2019. So every other day we wake up, we find more reasons to even love ourselves the more. And because every other day we get to be more compatible. So every other day we know ourselves better, we now understand ourselves, we know how to cope with our challenges and all of that. So for us, it grows every other day. So I'm wondering what 2030, 40 and 2000, the next 600 years will be like.
Okay, do you still love what you loved about your partner then?
Yes, and even more.
Yeah, I did.
Have you started to do something because of each other's influence?
For me, a lot. God, my tolerance level has gone up a great deal because of the way my husband relates with people. And of course, I'm beginning to also be the life of almost every party I go to because I'm now so jovial, I'm now so free. And yeah, I think I even dance like him. I mirror him a lot. It's easy. When you stay with somebody, you begin to, sound like them, use some of the vocabularies they use and all. So for me, yes.
Yeah. For me, I think since I'm already giving to her, there'll be no need to do because whatever she's doing me. So I can't be doing her again because already she's imitating me. So but we do a lot. Even in some area of reasoning, so let's say.
And he's beginning to speak like me. He speaks like I have a very wonderful command of English. I don't want to be proud.
Don't be proud. You're being braggadocious now.
I don't like to brag. But A1 English all the way.
Most of the books I write and all of that. That's my final editor, so she does well too.
Okay, what is your advice for aspiring and young couples?
Okay, so you go first.
Okay, for me, aspiring and young couples, I'd like to let you know that before going into a union with somebody, realize first that they are different from you.
Yeah.
They are different from you. So there has to be a very good level of communication and understanding for things to go well. I was speaking to some people and I told them, I said, in a relationship, always try to outdo each other in love. don't get tired of impressing your partner. That is the only way that keeps it fresh and sweet. Always look for ways to impress. I think in the next 20 years, I'll still be able to surprise my husband. I'll still do things that will make him feel surprised, happy, blessed. That's how it's supposed to be.
First of all, just know that marriage is not that difficult. Yeah, marriage is not that difficult. I mean, we have a whole lot of drama, a whole lot of breakups, divorce, and all of that, but it's not true. Marriage is not that difficult. First of all, you must marry your friend. Very important. You must marry your friend. And I'm not tired of resounding this all the time. The major key in marriage is forgiveness. And you see, no matter how you love someone, some people love so much that they can't forgive the person. So don't marry that kind of person that you love too much that you can't forgive, because the best key in marriage is forgiveness. Whenever you find that man, that woman you think you can forgive, no matter what they do to you, that's the person you should get married to. Because as long as there's forgiveness in place, it has a way to even overshadow love. As long as there's forgiveness in place, trust me, marriage is going to be sweet, because every other day you keep hurting each other. Yeah, it might not be very often, because we also do not advise that you keep hurting your wife or your wife keep hurting you. It's not right. But once in a while this thing comes up. What keeps us all the time is the fact that we keep forgiving ourselves. And so we could forgive ourselves and wave it off. There could be some moments where most of us might not want to talk to each other. But after a while, especially me, I'll just call it off. I say, okay, I don't do. But so we just wasted 3 hours not talking to each other, and we cannot recover it. So can we just kill it here, and she will smile, and then we'll get back on track. I think that's my advice for you guys, and I think you should have learned one or two from this whole 10 years journey to now. And for those of you who want to send us gifts, okay, let's send gift to ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this video that talks about us and everything that concerns the Ayahs for the past 10 years. And of course, we are celebrating our 5th years in marriage. Of course, I'm so excited. 5 years minus, that is out of the 600 years. So we thank you for watching, and of course share this video to your friends and your family. Then someone is going to get inspired as well. But remember, if you are new on this platform,
subscribe. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and make sure you click the notification bell so you can always get notified when there is a new post. Signing out now.